some issues, and this country must tackle those issues and must deal with those issues. But you cannot get me to speak ill of my country, to say that I don't love this country, to say that this is not a wonderful country with wonderful people. It is a wonderful country with wonderful people, and I love this country dearly with my soul and my spirit. And if you hate it, that's on you. I don't understand you. I don't agree with you, and I don't support that belief or that ideology. I love the United States of America. I love North America. I love these states. I love these people. And I love the ideals upon which this country was founded. And the things I don't love about it, I work every day to try to change it. I'm working right now, in case y'all forgot. I'm not just here talking for my health. And none of you dear people in San Jose, in South Carolina, in Texas, none of you are sending me a check. Okay, so I'm doing this out of my activism. I'm doing this to be heard. Not one of you have sent me a check. Not one of you are gonna send me a check. So why am I doing this? Because I'm working. Because I love the country and I want my voice to be heard. And I think we have a right to let our voices be heard. And I hope other people will do more podcasts and let their voices be heard. That is what I believe in. I believe in activism. I believe in putting it out there. I believe in saying what you believe in. I believe in challenging others to let their voices be heard. And I believe that is what we must do on a daily basis. We must let our voices be heard, because I'm going to let mine be heard. Absolutely. I love the United States of America. And if you don't love it, I don't understand you. And, on that particular subject, not loving the country, to be quite frank with you, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Y'all want me to keep it real, right? You want me to be authentic and be candid. We ain't got nothing to talk about. I'm sorry. Not on that subject. You don't love your country? We ain't got nothing to talk about. We don't. We do not have anything to talk about. And the person who was telling me this basically told me that she was a communist. And I am not a communist. Okay? I'm not even a Marxist. I like capitalism. And I know some of my Democratic friends probably don't like me saying that and don't agree with that, but that's another great thing about this country. You can have your belief, I can have my belief, you can have your proclivities, I can have my political proclivities and political leanings, and we can all get along and coexist harmoniously. That's what I love about America. But, just because you don't love the country, not going to make me not love the country. I dislike racism. I dislike narcissism. I dislike Donald. I dislike Sheldon Adelson. I dislike a lot that the Republican Party platform is all about. I dislike people who hate each other. I dislike people who discriminate against others based on their race, based on their nationality, based on their sexuality, based on their religion. I dislike all of that. And that exists in some shape, form, and fashion in every country on the face of the planet. And some countries more than others. But that does not make me, I don't wake up every morning hating where I am. And I think a lot of people who say that don't really mean what they're saying, or haven't really given it a lot of thought. And I'm not calling them ignorant. I'm certainly not saying that they're not intelligent, because some of these are brilliant people in their own rights and in their own ways. But I don't, I can't relate. I just can't. And it just makes me think you can't really think this thing out if you wake up in this country every day basically trying to convince me that you hate where you're waking up to. I guess, and I don't want to say that, but I'm going to say it anyway. I just got, how I am. I just have to say what's on my mind. I would have to say, if you hate it that bad, then perhaps you should vacate the premises. Perhaps you should contemplate, or examine the possibility of you moving to another nation, another country, and living over there, wherever that might be, Timbuktu, South Africa, North Africa, Mexico, China, Japan, wherever they will have you and wherever it is you want to go, perhaps you should get to, as they say, get to stepping and go over there. And I believe that after you get there, you'll probably be wanting to come home. And you'll probably realize that, the grass is not always greener on the other side as you thought it was. But whatever floats your boat. Sherman D. Manning does not hate the United States. And I love it. And I think it's the greatest country on the face of the planet, a country that must get better, a country that will get better. And the more of us come together and let our voices be heard and work toward making it a better country, the quicker it will get better. I think it will get better and not bitter. That's what I believe. Get my book, if you will, please. Take a look at it. It's not just about O.J. Simpson. To be quite frank with you, O.J. Simpson is probably 20% of the book. My book is called The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. It is the 22nd book I've written. It published a few months ago. I would like for you to get one for your family, for your friends, for your loved ones, and read this book and tell me what you think about it. I think you might find it to be very interesting. I think it might elucidate the criminal justice system for you in a way that has not been done before. I put my best effort into it. I wrote it from my head and not just my heart, or my heart rather, and not just my head. And a lot of research went into that book. The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice is available in local bookstores, and likewise it is available on Amazon.com. I'd like for you to go get a copy of it. Please, please tell your friends and your loved ones and your enemies and your significant others to get a copy of that book also. And also I'd like for you to go to YouTube and look at the videos by Sherman D. Manning. I have one video called Sherman D. Manning and Donald, the guy running for president. You know his last name. I'm not going to say it. But take a look at that video and tell your friends to take a look at it and tell us what you think. Remember, you can email me at shermandmanning@gmail.com. I want you to email me and let me know you heard this show. And I know I got a lot of listeners in San Jose. Some of y'all email me. Some of you all, please drop me a line and let me know that you heard the show and let me know what you think about the podcast, etc. Email me at shermandmanning@gmail.com. If you choose to call me, I'll take your call, 404-386-9356. If you choose to text me, I will respond to your text, 404-386-9356. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. I agree with that 100%. And for these knuckleheads who run around and say, all lives matter, I'm going to tell you what Patrice said last night. It made so much sense to me. The co-founder of Black Lives Matter said this. She said, when you are in a neighborhood and a house is on fire and someone yells out, if someone were to yell out, hey, this house matters. This house matters. This family matters. You will not then holler out, oh, all houses matter. The reason we're saying this house matters is because it is on fire. Okay, and we're trying to save the dang house. All right? And so to come back with all houses matter is asinine. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have any merit. Why do we even need to say all houses matter? All houses are not on fire. No one is acting like all houses don't matter, okay? So that's the thing with Black Lives Matter. No one is acting like white lives don't matter. No one is, you get it. I don't have to exhaust it for you. You get it. You get it. You get it. Like I come to your neighborhood and a guy's been in the hospital for 2 weeks and just got out. And I go over this house and we visit and we bring some housewarming items, as they call them. And, we bring dinner over and food over and we go visit. And somebody next door say, how come y'all ain't visiting me? I'm human too, man. I got needs. I like visitors too. What's so special about him? My life matters too. It's not that your life don't matter. It is not that your life doesn't matter. You're not sick. Okay? You didn't just get out the hospital. Or you're not in the hospital, etc. So when we come up with all these little things, blue lives matter, ain't nobody attacking blue lives. We know what happened in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Baton Rouge. That shouldn't have happened. We sympathize with the cops' families that happened to, and that was wrong. And 100% against that kind of conduct and what happened there. But the bottom line is, by and large, cops are not being killed down, shot down, cut down, like black men are being cut down. Unarmed black men, that is. Okay? So we don't need to yell out, Blue Lives Matter. We don't need to bring you food to your house. You didn't just get out of the hospital. You're ambulatory. You're fine. So we don't need to yell out, all lives matter. We need to yell out exactly what we're yelling out. Black lives matter, because y'all act like black lives don't matter. That's why we're yelling it out. Because black people have been under attack in this country since we arrived in North America, since we were forced from our own land and brought over here. And you all know I don't do a lot of talking about slavery. I think they that know not their history are destined to repeat it, but I also think they that dwell on their history are destined to remain stuck. I don't spend all of my time, or even most of my time, talking about slavery or thinking about slavery, but I am aware of history, not his story, but history. We were forced out of our own land and brought over here as slaves, forced to come over here and build houses we couldn't live in and businesses that we couldn't run. We were forced to come over here, given our language was stolen from us. Everything about our culture was stolen. We were forced to integrate, okay, into this society and acculturate into this society and homogenize into this society and learn what this country was all about. And there were adjustment problems, growth pains, etc. There was a lot of issues that we had to deal with and are still dealing with. Because it's not easy when you were forced out of your land, brought over here under gun, under threat of death, captive, coming to a new land, don't even know the language. I'm surprised we've adjusted as well as we have adjusted. And so they've always acted like our lives didn't matter. So that is what Black Lives Matter is trying to remind us, that we have worth and that our lives do matter. And we don't need anybody to come cut us down with, oh, all lives matter too, with that bull crap. Because that's all it is bull crap. Sherman D. Manning.